How's it going, everybody? It is a beautiful day right now in the Minecraft server, and I figured I would give you guys a little bit of a life update, because it has been a little bit since my last video, since my last live stream even. So I figured I would give you guys a bit of an idea of what has been going on, and what better way to do that than to just derp around a little bit in the Minecraft server. So that's what I do. If you want to join this Minecraft server, you can join the server address in the description down below on the latest version of Minecraft Java Edition. It's PhoenixStarYT.ddns.net. Go join it, go play on it, and have some good fun on it. It is absolutely a good time on here. So anyway, me being a shill aside, let's actually just talk about my life, because that is, I can imagine, what you came here for if you've read the title and if you click this video. So, what has been going on? Well, a lot of stuff has been going on. I've had a lot on my mind. I've been trying to figure a lot of stuff out. I've had a lot of thoughts on a lot of things, and it is really only now starting to process in my mind, like, what is exactly going on and how am I going to work things out and everything. It's nothing too serious, it's nothing too major in terms of what happens to me, but it does kind of concern the PhoenixStarYT channel in a way, because it will kind of influence my my output on the PhoenixStarYT channel. Yet again, I'm making more excuses as to why I'm not uploading. It's always something that's going on. Let's actually explore that mine shaft up there. I haven't really explored it yet, so that would be fun. But yeah, what exactly has been going on? Well, like I said, quite a lot is going on right now. So, the first most important thing that has been going on is that I now have a job. That's right. For the first time in a really long time, I finally managed to get myself a job. Oh my god, this is actually kind of pretty, the mines even, with this shader pack that I'm currently using. But yeah, I now have a job at my local thrift store, which has been really fun, and it's another mob spawner. I also had a spider spawner down here, so this is actually kind of, I don't know how rare of an occurrence this is, but you know what, I'm not even complaining. This is absolutely amazing that I find two spawners right next to each other in the same mine shaft. That's crazy. But yeah, getting a job at a local my local thrift store has been a blast. Like, I've worked at that exact same thrift store before, back when I was still in school and when I was having my internship there, and I've had nothing but the most positive experiences at that very thrift store. The people that work there are all absolutely amazing, and I've always had a lot of fun working there. I work at the electronics department of that thrift store, so I work with a lot of electronic devices, as you can probably imagine, which has always been really fun. What I essentially do is I just hook electronic devices up, and I test them out, see if they work, and if they do, then great. If they don't, then they will be recycled, essentially. I don't have any extra torches on me. I should probably make some more. But, this fence is completely broken. But anyway, let's go back to home. Let's actually make some more torches. I'm going to need a lot of them. But yeah, I've had a lot of fun working at that thrift store again after all this time. This time it's more like a volunteer job. I'm currently not getting paid for it, which as you could probably imagine, for a volunteer job, you're probably not going to get paid for that. And the reason why I decided to go for a volunteer job is because I was incredibly, I don't like saying this much at all, because I feel like it's kind of overblown, but I was honestly kind of desperate to finally get a new job somewhere, because the thing is, I have not had a job in a really long time, and as time went on, As you could probably imagine, as time goes on, when you don't have a job for a really long time, you're starting to get either bored or you start feeling pointless or useless or whatever. You feel like your life is just not going anywhere. You feel like time is just really slowing down. And that was essentially what was happening to me for a while. I was not feeling particularly good about where my life was headed because it was essentially just going absolutely nowhere. And the more time went on, the more I was kind of like, I just really, really wanted a job. So when I finally got myself a job at my thrift store, I got a little bit of help from an organization that was helping me out finding a job. And it was absolutely wonderful that they were willing to help me out with that. And that they were even there to begin with. Because I didn't really have all that many people around me that would do something like that for me. So, you know, it was great that I finally got a little bit of help getting a job, and that I now have a job. So, you know, of course it's not the greatest thing in the world. I am still not getting paid for it, which is kind of a shame, but you know, it's better than absolutely frickin' nothing. It's better than having absolutely no job at all, as far as I'm concerned. Because not having a job at all is just, like I said, it was just kind of eating away at my mental health as time went on, and I just kind of wanted the year to be done with at a certain point. And now I don't feel that anymore. Now I can just go to my job and enjoy it for what it is, which is just freaking crazy. Oh my god, this is actually kind of bright, this one part. I have a shader pack enabled that essentially it enables RTX to an extent. Oh shit, I did not mean. Oh fudge. Okay. Well, okay. That one's exactly according to plan. I should be a little bit more careful next time. But anyway, the most important thing though is that I finally do have a job and that I can just work and that I can finally make myself useful and actually feel like my life has a purpose again for the first time in a really long time, which has been great. I'll have to see from where I'm going to go. I do really want to get a job in IT at some point. That is the dream. That is just the absolute dream of mine, to work at an IT place. It doesn't even have to be anything particularly involved. It doesn't have to be server management or whatever. If I can even work for a computer refurbisher, that would already be more than enough for me. That would already be absolutely great. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see where things go from here. But the future is at the very least looking bright again for the first time in a really long time. So I'm at the very least glad about that. So, yeah. We're doing absolutely great again. And, my freaking goodness. Whatever happened to the world generation of this absolutely insane mineshaft? Is this actually... Did this spawn this way? I'm actually genuinely extremely curious. Did this spawn this way? No, the fire apparently broke these planks. Because there's lava over here, of course. My gosh. Okay, let's actually get rid of this lava then. Actually, who put this down here? Let's see. Let's see who put this down over here. Oh my goodness, bats! The bats in this game. My goodness. Ah, Clary Moth. Okay. That makes sense. But yeah, the job is going absolutely fine thus far. I have very little to no complaints other than maybe a couple of coworkers who I don't really vibe with that much. But you know, that's just kind of a given. If you're going to work at any workplace, there's going to be those one or two people who you just don't vibe with as much as you would probably hope. And either they don't like you, or maybe you don't like them very much for whatever reason, or maybe there's just something about them that you personally just don't really vibe with. I don't know. there's a variety of different reasons why you may or may not like somebody, and, you know, that's completely understandable. I have absolutely nothing against that, and, you know, it's what it is. But, the most important thing is that you have fun and that you enjoy, the job that you're doing. Like, if I was to work at, some kind of factory, a very shitty factory, then that would be absolutely horrible, honestly. I would not enjoy, doing any sort of factory work whatsoever. This is a lot of lava over here. Holy shit. I don't think I've ever seen something like this, but, you know, this is actually kind of great. I have not discovered this whatsoever yet, but it has already been discovered by someone, so I don't really think there's much point in me exploring this all that much, other than maybe this one part over here, and this little bit of gold over there, but, yeah, let's just go back to home. I don't think there's much point in, discovering that whole cave much anymore, so, we're not gonna do that anymore. But, yeah, the job, like I said, has been going absolutely great, and I've been really enjoying it. So, that's that part at the very least. Other than that, there's also, obviously, the lack of output on the PhoenixStarYT channel, which, the job doesn't really have all that much to do with that particular part, because, honestly, I don't really make that many hours a day on the job. I only make 4 hours a day in the early morning, so, if I wanted, I could very well just continue uploading on the PhoenixStarYT channel. And trust me, I really badly want to, but the thing is, there's just been so much going on lately, and, I've honestly either just not had the time, or even the motivation to make many videos on the channel. And the lack of motivation can be explained by, a couple of factors that came into play. The most important one being that my grandmother sadly passed away a while ago. Now, as I say, that was quite a while ago, so I've slowly been regaining the motivation to make content again, but it was really a whole lot to handle because my grandmother died of cancer, and there was just a whole thing going on. I'm not gonna elaborate too much as to what was going on at the time, but to put a very, very, very long story short, she died of cancer. She did not want to get treated at all because she was already 84 years of age. And she was already getting very old and very crusty. And even the doctors were like, it's not a good idea to get her treated because we don't even know for certain if she is going to survive, and chances are her chances of survival will become even lower if we start treating her because of the medication and all of the stuff that medication tends to do to one's body. And she was essentially just not going to make it, is what we're getting at. So, and also my grandmother herself, even if she could get treatment, she did not want to get treatment whatsoever. Like, she was never going to get treatment, even if she could potentially survive it. Because the thing is, she already knew that for a fact that she lived the best life that she could possibly get in the 84 years that she had. She lived a very good life. She was not always the healthiest person in the world, but she was healthy enough to where she could at the very least get old and live happy, and her lifestyle did eventually become a lot more healthy than what it used to be. And the last few years that she got to live, she at the very least lived very, very happily and very healthily, which was the most important thing. We at the very least, the beautiful thing about all of it is that she was in very, very good hands at the hospital and then the hospice, which is a place where people go when they either don't want to get treated from a very heavy disease, or they can't get treated from a very heavy disease. So they basically just sit there and wait for death to come, essentially. So, and she was in extremely good hands the whole time. She was very well taken care of. She was in very good comfort, and she was warm. She was surrounded by the sweetest and kindest people that I have ever come to know, which says a lot, because I've come to know a lot of really, really, really cool people, but these guys were just absolute sweethearts in every sense of the word, and that to me was just really important. I wanted her to be in absolute comfort, and to see her be in absolute comfort was genuinely heartwarming to see. So, you know, there's that. And in the end, she passed away very happily and very comfortably, and you know, it was all great. It was all great. Now, obviously, losing someone that you hold dear is never a very good experience. It was obviously a really, really sad time, but when it finally happened, when she finally, you know, went, I felt really sad about it, but I also felt oddly good about it, because I at least knew that she was comfortable the whole time, and that she lived the life that she wanted to live in her own way, and you know, that she went the way that she wanted to go, and that was honestly really that helped a lot in comfort for me, at the very least. And also, my grandfather passed away well over 5 years ago at this point. She absolutely loved that man. Like, he was, the two of them were quite literally inseparable for literally ever. For her to finally be with him again, wherever the heck they are now, also helped a lot in making me feel good about the whole situation. And she also really wanted it. She really, really, really just wanted it, because she wanted to be with him again, and now they can be. So, you know, that was really wonderful to think about. Just the idea that that my grandparents could be together once more today. So, you know, but yeah, all of that, and also after that, not all that long after that, I also went on holiday for a little while, which I really, really needed, because there was just so much going on. My grandmother also went at a really rapid pace. Like, she got her diagnosis, and literally not even 2 weeks later, she was gone. And there was just so much going on in that time, and there was so much to process, that I legitimately did not know how to process any of it. For those of you unaware, I am on the autism spectrum. I have a lot of trouble just processing heavy shit like this at the best of times. And it definitely did not help that everything was happening at such a rapid pace. So, it really took a lot out of me, admittedly. Even though I still appear to be just as enthusiastic and happy as I always have been, there was also just this big part of me that was just kind of... I was dealing with a lot in my head, I'll put it that way. There was a lot going on in my head, as you can probably imagine. I am doing a lot better now than I was at the time, but there was just so much going on in my head that I had a lot to process, as you can probably imagine. So, so I went on holiday for a little bit, for about a week or so. Very, very recently, which I really, really badly needed, because, again, there was just so much going on in my head, and I was honestly just craving going out for a little bit and just relaxing for a full week. And I finally got to get that week, and it was really great. We had amazing weather the whole time. Like, the sun was shining the entirety of the week. It was really warm. I tanned up pretty good in that week, and we also had a lot of good drinks together. I went with my mom, so we went to a nearby zoo. We got some good tans. We played fun games, and we did all of that fun stuff. And it was all in all just a really good time, and something that I really badly needed, like I said. And oh, there's a village up there. Let's actually see what we can find there. And you know, it definitely did wonders for me. I felt so good immediately when we arrived, and when we finally set up the tent, and when we could pretty much just finally sit back and relax with a drink. It felt awesome, and it was really welcoming when when I could finally sit down and relax for the first time in a really long time. So yeah, that was a lot going on, as you can guess, and I am really glad that now I'm finally back, and I finally found the energy and the motivation again to make more videos and get back into producing content. I'm currently working on some really big videos to do with Disney stuff. So I'm very excited to bring out that video, and to bring out those videos, I should say, because there's multiple. And we are definitely going to have a really, really fun time discussing all sorts of Disney stuff. The moon is rising, so I figured this would be the correct time to end off this video. For those of you worried about me mentally, don't worry too much about me. I am absolutely fine. I feel much better than I did literally for the past few months. I'm very happy to be alive, and I've been really excited to get back into making content again, and I figured now was the right time to get back into it once more. Like I said, I've currently got some pretty big videos in the works, so I will get back into working on those videos right now, and we will see how that is going to turn out. Let's actually just get a good view of the hills up here. Oh my goodness, let's actually just get rid of these skeletons first before I do that. We're gonna set the time today, because I do not feel like dealing with mobs right now. I just really want to enjoy this moment with you guys. So let's just do that. We're gonna go up here, and we're gonna enjoy this beautiful view, because this is absolutely great. Thank you guys so much for watching, and most importantly, thank you guys so much for your patience through all of this. I promise that videos will get back, hopefully more regularly again soon. I will do my best. I cannot make any promises, but I'll do my best. And I will see all of you in the next one.